Welcome to Common Man Cocktails. Today we're going to show you how to make the Mezcal Pineapple Sour. And quick shout out to the new subscribers from Cold Ones that came over from the coverage they did on our show for some old shooter with yogurt, or with that, not yogurt, like an Irish cream concoction. It was pretty bad, but they covered it in the video, millions of views. Some of them filtered over to us. Some of them are still leaving weird ass comments. So continue the comments. It's a good time. So today what we're going to do is, because it's May, Cinco de Mayo just passed. We did a drink last week for Cinco de Mayo. This week we're kind of following up into a different variety of a mezcal. This is just straight up mezcal instead of tequila, which is a type of mezcal. This is Del Maguey Vita. You could use your favorite mezcal. You could use a tequila if you really want to, because it still fits the category. Just won't have the smoke, pineapple. It's a good time. Unless you don't like smoky cocktails, then I can't help you. 2 ounces of mezcal, 1 ounce of pineapple juice, 3/4 ounce of lime, and we're going to do ½ ounce of agave nectar. Hands don't work today. Then we're going to do a dash of angostura. Where is that? We're going to do angostura. If you don't have angostura bitters, you have any other type of bitters, use those. If you want to get creative and you're like, I want to try something different. Oh, look, I have these. Chipotle, Cacao. I believe you can get these at Amazon. I'll put a link below. I used to sell them. Do I sell this? I don't sell Bittercube anymore. But if I did, I would sell this to you right now. You can go to shop.awesomedrinks.com, though, if you do want to get a bartender starter kit and get started mixing, shaking, whatever. Oh, I'm going to throw it in an ignore glass, because why not? You can ice this ahead of time. What I mean by that, throw a little ice, but you're not done yet. Add some water to it, set it aside. I can already feel it's getting colder. You just throw ice in there, it's going to take a long time. But when you add the water gets chilled down, colder, gets all over the glass, makes it nice and chill for your drink, because this drink isn't going to have ice in it. Unless you want it, then use rocks glass, dump the damn thing with ice, and be good with it. We're just going to shake this up. If you want to, you can add a half an egg white to it to give us more foaminess, but pineapple does a pretty good job, so I'm not too worried. If you're interested in more information about mezcal, I got a lot of videos. I'll put some links in the description below. But in general, this is an espadín, so this is your standard run-of-the-mill. Although smokier, the espadín is a pretty standard variety of the agave plant. Tobala, higher. I believe this is grown up high. The yields are less. It ends up being a lot more expensive. This is like $120 bottle of Monte Lobos versus your espadín, which is like $65. This is also pretty good. It's a celebrity mezcal. This is called Dos Hombres. It's from the guys from Breaking Bad. They're, Bill and Ted. I can't remember what their names are. It's definitely not Bill and Ted. Comment below. Just tell me what it is. Question of the day for those who are watching. Me and my wife we've been going back and watching some old school old school movies from like the 80s and 90s and stuff. We just watched Stand By Me. We watched Breakfast Club. And she hasn't seen a lot of these, so they're kind of new to her. We watched Terminator 2. What should be on that list? I got Reservoir Dogs on there and some other classic Goonies. Maybe Gremlins could be on there. Not really sure. Back to the Future, love that one. So what would you put on that list? Wow. You can tell it's spring because the limes are yielding some luscious fruits. Never had this drink before, but what I'm going to tell you, based on what I'm looking at, is it's probably going to be on the sweeter side. We'll see. Which, when you're bringing in a ½ ounce of agave nectar onto that pineapple juice, could be pretty sweet. Also, if you want to get tricky, they have like a Dole pineapple orange blend. That would be pretty tasty. Ice on the floor. Put it together. We're going to put the bitters on last. We're just going to sit them right on the top. So maybe they'll float and look cool. Who knows? We're going to do, let's go with a 12 to 15 second shake. 12 was good. Spilled it. Pineapple did not yield me the foam that I was expecting. Could get a little bit more aggressive on it. However, don't care. I just don't care. You can white it up with some egg white. Fava foamer if you want to like give it a better, whatever. Forget it. Although, that looks pretty badass, so I'm good with that. That's a good combo. It's very hard to go wrong with like smoky pineapple because you could do that. You could grill, you could smoke with pineapple. Pineapple also goes great during this time of season, especially spring, summer. Really, it brings in a lot of that nice inherent fruity sweetness as opposed to just a sugary. If you're just the agave, I'm not really getting a lot of agave nectar, to be honest with you. What I'm getting is just that pineapple and that smoke. And there's enough sour in there to build that structure to give it some like meat on the bone. So you can keep going. You get that delicious, like, oh, I got to get in and take another sip, without being overly sour. So maybe it's sweet forward. I can't really even tell. It's hard to say because the smoke is so like right in your face that typically is kind of drawing you into that, like that smoky pineapple flavor without really giving me the sensation of sweet or sour, which means it's probably well balanced. It's letting the flavors present themselves instead of just being like puckery or overly sweet where you're feeling like hair growing on your teeth and stuff. But again, without having just a raw sugar or even an abundance of agave nectar, and you're letting the sweetness from the pineapple juice, which is, there's no added sugar. It's just sugar from the pineapple itself. It just pairs really well with mezcal, pairs well with tequila. I think in this case, I just like that smoky nuance better. But if you really don't like smoky cocktails or smoky product, just use like a Siempre tequila or something that has like a little bit of that mineral, a little bit of that earthiness tones to it with some of that like limey, zesty appeal to the tequila. So don't go with something flat. For this, I would say definitely no Patron because it sucks ass. But even like a Hornitos or a Luna Azul might be a little light, and you might end up getting more pineapple juice. So if you want more backbone, I would go with like Siete Leguas, Siempre, or something that has a lot of kind of character to it. That's it, my friend. Mezcal Pineapple Sour. Give it a try. Write your comments below. What is the movie, the classic movies that you think that we should have to have on our list? I had ChatGPT build me a master list. So it's got like 20 different movies on there. So I bet you yours is already on there, but maybe not. Leave a comment below. Bartender starter kit below. I'll put some links for for the Bittercube bitters if they're available on Amazon. I'll find out and put a link below. That's it, my friends. We're teaching you how to drink.